that you have. They don't understand it. In fact, it frustrates them. But there's a severance happening and a separation. There were 7 separations in the line of Abraham to get him to that final position that he would leave being Abram, the father, the exalted father, to the father of many nations. Because God's taking you from positions of hardness to positions of inheritance. That you will walk in who you are and not just what you've done. I've got a word for you. And so some people can handle the working of God that's happening on the end. Don't you cry over people that have to leave your life. Don't worry, Joseph. You'll be reconciled to your brothers. But you're going to go through a process that's going to position you to do what God has called you to do. To save much people alive. They meant it for your evil. God allowed it for your good. But it was really so you could bring the succession and the lineage of God in the earth. Because God's original intention is his final decision. I'm helping somebody in this house. What God started in your life, God's going to finish in your life. Even when people don't believe in it. Even when they can't see it. Even when they talk against you. If God said it, it has been settled. You better slap somebody a high five so you don't have a clue who you're sitting next to. Because most people have difficulty distinguishing and understanding the methods of God that look like madness. They don't get what you get. Am I here for the right people? I know I am, because you wouldn't still be here They don't understand God's patterns and his precepts. That you conquer by yielding, you gain by giving, you overcome by being defeated, you live by dying. They don't understand God's ways are not man's ways. And his ways are much higher. And many times God tells you something, and then you understand it much later in life. Because he will deliver you from a danger that you could not even comprehend. Because God's ways, his times, are different than man's ways and man's times. And everything about God is light, illumination, not manifestation. So God illuminates you, and you get light before you ever get a sun and a moon. I've got a word. And that light is in you. That light is in you. That light is in you, surrounded by darkness, but a light on the inside of you. Dark all around you, but light on the inside. People against you, but a God word on the inside. Nobody understanding you. Husband walking out on you. Friends leaving you. Pastor don't believe in you. But a light on the inside that says, if God be for me, then who can be?
Hi, we are back with more from the conference. I'm your host, Janice McLean DeLoatch, and I know that my next guest needs absolutely no introduction at all, but I'm going to introduce her, and I'm going to say the messed up little girl from Mississippi who would have never dreamed of this, Paula White. Oh, thank you so much for talking with us. Why are you here today?
Well, Janice, thank you. It's an honor, and you look beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm here to be a part of a great conference that I believe in making a difference, that is sharing a common cause that we have a passion about. That's the education with free AIDS and HIV testing and education on it, as well as domestic abuse. To be a part of the great lineup, to be here in Baltimore, which, by the way, is home for me in this area.
Yes,
so,
I understand.
It's just exciting. I love making a difference, whether it's to a handful or to multitudes, to take what God's done in my life and to use that to help other people see the same goodness.
Now, you're here today. How does Paula White being here at this conference today help those who are here today? What would you say to them?
Well, I'm getting ready to minister the word, and I really believe God has given me a very specific word for us not to miss our moment. We're at a critical place in the body of Christ. We have opportunities that have never been given to any other generation and responsibilities, but we also have challenges that no other generation's ever faced. And I believe it's imperative that we are sensitive to what God is doing in the earth through his people at this time and not miss our moment.
Okay. So often we hear the church say, we want to help, we want to make things better, we're doing this, we're doing that. And then on the other side, because I'm sitting in the audience, and I'm hearing the people in the audience saying, you know, the church is talking a good game, but people are dying, people are sick, they're afraid, they don't want to be outcast because they're afraid to be clean with the church. what is your church doing to combat that?
Well, that's a great thing here, that the church today, I have made a statement that says we can't play church, we must be the church. Jesus Christ was relevant. We must be real, we must be relatable, and we must be relevant. And part of that is, you introduced me as the messed up girl from Mississippi. You never have intimacy without vulnerability. It's to say, yes, God has done this incredible work and continues to do this incredible work in my life. And while I am a spirit, I am essentially struggling with this human experience. And when we take our mask off and recognize it's not just the pulpit persona, but God is raising up a mass army of people that have an intimate relationship with Him, when we're willing to show our wounds and also show our healing, what the gospel does in our life, I believe will be effective and impactful. We've got to put sneakers to the gospel, apply it, make a difference in people's lives.